episode of Money Huddle. It's your boy Dre Rich. And to my right, I got my boy Shaq, ready to finish the season off. What's up, bruh?
What's going on, man? Let's get to these week 18 shenanigans.
Sir, new year. We in here, bro. But the season ain't over yet. We got one
Same bad
more
teams.
week. Same bad teams. Okay. It's week 18. I hope y'all had a good season. I hope y'all made a lot of money with us this season. But we got one more week to get this cash from. It's a Sunday season finale. Okay. Some of these teams got something to play for. And Shaq, he has some of those games in his picks for this week. I have one game that has implications. Um, and then we have that game on Sunday night, the Ravens and the Steelers. Very interesting stuff. If you want to know what we have on Saturday, some of y'all didn't even watch the last episode, but you're watching this one. You got to go to the last one if you want to know any information on the Saturday games. Just go check out the last video. Okay, give us some views. Okay, we're not giving you recaps on this show about what we already talked about. So check it out. But game one for the show, game one for Shaq. It is the Colts plus 10 at the Texans minus 10 over under 38.5. You like the under 38.5 in this game. Why did you pick this game? And what about it did you like?
Okay. Well, this is week 18, so we're trying to find games that I'm comfortable with. You got a lot of guys out, a lot of backups coming in, a lot of sitting for the playoffs, a lot of meaningless games. Last game of the season for some of these guys. This game, Texans will be starting most of their guys. They're trying to improve their playoff spot just a little bit. Not much to play for, but I feel like they're going to play. And then you got the Colts starting Riley Leonard, even if it was Phillip Rivers against this defense. This defense, even their second string guys in their secondary for this defense they're well coached. D'Amico Ryan's being a defensive coach here. The rookie's not going to put up a lot here against this team. And the Texans are not known to score like crazy. Sauce Gardner should be playing in this game, so they kind of average 23, 24 points a game, but I do not see the Colts putting up more than 10 in this game against this defense, one way or the other. So I like the under here. I think it should be like a 23-10 game, 21-10, 21-13, somewhere in there. 24-13 tops.
So I know you told me you wanted Riley Leonard under 174.5 passing yards. It's lower than that, bro. It's at
it
one.
lowered since then. See, I'm ahead of this. I'm ahead of it, guys.
It lowered to 166.5.
Ooh, 10 whole yards.
Would you
I'd still take the under on that, to be honest.
All right. Under 166.5 passing yards for Riley Leonard. That's minus 112. Good odds. I like that. That parlay prices, man. I'm telling you, man, the man Shaq is giving you great parlay prices because this is a plus 340 price. If you take the under 38.5 and Riley Leonard under 166.5 passing yards, plus 340.
He's going to have a tough day, man. Another thing about Leonard is he had a knee injury. That's why they brought Phillip Rivers in. The season's gone now, and now they're going to give him the start. But you got to think he's not going to be probably fully 100%. And it's a rookie. And this Texas defense has been smash mouth all year. Even the second string guys, the guys that have filled in, it doesn't matter. They're well coached. So he's going to have a tough day. I don't see them moving the ball very well through the air against this Texas defense.
My thing is, do the Texans have something to play for? That's my question.
Yes and no. I think they have to play to secure. They're in no matter what. It just It just depends on which seed they get in the wild card. I think they get good past in the wild card rankings as far as a 6, 7 seed, but I'm not real sure. I know they can't win the division. They need a miracle to win the division.
Uh, so they can't win the division. How likely is it that they don't play their starters the whole game?
Yeah, I don't think they would have to play their starters the whole game, which to me also means you're gonna have it, and that's where I'm comfortable with the Texans is even with their second string, there's not going to be a lot of points scored if they start their second string guys here.
Yeah, even if they're like, so there's nothing to play for, and they are, if they're up by 18 at halftime, do they pull everybody out?
Yeah, I don't see their starters finishing this game. And then, and the Texans' offense hasn't been a juggernaut offense all year. You put second string guys in, definitely don't see them hanging points up like crazy. Riley Leonard in his one start, I think he had 150 plus yards in that game, and that was about it. Interception, battle to the end, but I just don't see this being a high scoring game. And the Texans have hit the under a lot this year, and they've not been in the 40 range for the over unders a whole lot this season either.
Hey, I like it. I'm with it. Uh, it's gonna be a crappy game. A lot of these games are gonna be crappy, guys. Okay, it's not. We're not saying you're gonna have pleasure watching these games, but having money on these games will give you pleasure to watch the game. Okay, you're
Get you
like
ready for the playoffs. Get you warmed
literally,
up for the playoff. Real football, good games, meaningful games.
you're on the couch hoping that Riley Leonard does not have
You want to
167.
see him eat turf sandwiches all day.
Yeah, see, that's fun betting right there. That's good stuff. That's good, old fashioned, wholesome downfall hoping. We're hoping for him to not do good at all. So, game two for the show, game one for me is Cardinals plus 8.5 at the Rams minus 8.5 over under 46.5. This is Matt Stafford trying to show what he has left in order to get this MVP because he is now flipped odds with Drake May because he threw 3 interceptions last week. And Drake May threw 5 touchdowns because it was the freaking Jets.
I was gonna say, don't forget to mention who it was.
Okay, it was Jets. Okay, this is not a good year for me and my sports betting teams because the Jets trash. Celtics not as good as used to be. Celtics used to be really good. They are now
They're missing Tatum for sure.
They're missing Tatum really badly. Okay, and don't get me started about the Georgia Dogs. We just lost to Ole Miss, and I hate losing to Ole Miss. If you watch the show, you know how much I hate that Shaq loves Jackson Dart.
I was gonna say, I was telling people today, I was like, I haven't heard from my boy. I'm gonna check on him when we do the podcast with the Georgia Dogs and the Ole Miss.
Since he's been a starter, since Jackson Dart been starting for this freaking Ole Miss team, bro, we have not won since. We did win this year, barely won, but their revenge came last night in the playoffs. Perfect time for them. Worst time for me. And now we're at home. Hope you're happy, Kirby Smart. It's your freaking fault, dude. We don't lose to the freaking Ole Miss until you got hired, dude. But anyways,
oh no,
we are out here in LA with the Rams. The Rams don't got nothing to play for. Okay, they don't have to. They don't have to. They're not going to get anything from winning or losing. They're going to go see the Eagles or whoever wins out of that. Whoever wins out of that Eagles Bears situation because the Eagles have to win. Bears got to win. It's a lot going on over there in the NFC. But the Rams,
yeah,
they're just waiting to see who they play. They ain't lose. They ain't missing. They ain't not going up and down in the standings.
yeah. They will be a 6 seed no matter what for the most
No
part.
matter what. So it probably gonna be Stetson Bennett. out there. Stetson Bennett is not
Well,
bad.
if you watched the press conference from last week's loss, Sean McVay said, "Oh, we're playing. Everybody's playing. They're playing the starters because they're mad." And he's like, "We got to play better football, and we got to if we're gonna make a run, they got to play better football now." And they're playing. So you look that up. I'm pretty sure Stafford, all the starters are a go because they're mad. They got their ass whipped 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, it's a
And they've been
guarantee.
playing like shit since Devontae Adams not there in the red zone.
I just looked it up, bro, and guarantee they are all playing. Okay, you will see
Yeah,
Puma
they're
Indy.
mad.
They
They're upset.
they're upset. Okay, and that's fair. Very fair to be upset. I don't care how upset you are because my best bet is still the Cardinals team total over 17.5 points. This Rams defense can be as mad as they want to be. They still leaking holes. And Brissett, this is probably his last game of his entire career. Okay, you best believe that he's about to go off on this team. And he's going to do as much as he can on this easy, leaky defense. The corners, no, they're not good, guys. They're just not. Okay, and beating the Cardinals, yeah, beating the Cardinals is cool, right? It's fun, but does it really give you confidence going into the playoffs? Because every team in the NFC is way better defensively and offensively than the Cardinals. So how much confidence do you really bring? Yeah, you can go ahead and release some steam, okay, offensively, release some steam, whatever. But Michael Wilson,
It's better than going into the playoffs with a loss. I'll tell you that.
true. They definitely gonna lose this game. But Michael
Nope.
Wilson over 64.5 receiving yards. Yes, because he's the guy. Okay. He's the only person right now that this team has. Marvin Harrison Jr., he's not going to play this game. He's still out, injured. Okay. It's just Michael Wilson and Trey McBride. That's all you got. And then some Joe Blows at running back. So
Trey McBride.
guaranteed
Yeah, this team is decimated.
they're going to hyper target Michael Wilson, who also had a good game against the Rams last time they played him. Okay, he just does his job, and he's
The Rams
no.
secondary is small and just not able to play. Those 50-50 balls have killed them all year, dude.
Hey,
And they're not good at tackling. If you get past that secondary, it's over.
Michael Wilson's at the end of his rookie contract. He's going to look for a new one. This is perfect timing for him to get that money, get that bag, and be like, "Hey, I've been with this team for 2 years, and y'all still suck. How about you give me some more money? Because I'm
or,
at her
or
working.
or I'll go be a Raider.
Literally, I will go to the nearest paycheck. I'll be a Jet. Don't do that.
A Raider's only like 300 miles, bro.
Dude, yeah, literally, he walk up the street. But that parlay price is plus 235. Definitely doable. I'm all about it. Give me that. And then we go on to the next game. We got our game 3 for the show. Game 2 for Shaq. Commanders plus 4.5 at the Eagles minus 4.5. Over under is 38.5. Shaq's best bet is the over 38.5. Why? What about this game? Why did you choose this game? You don't got nothing to play for, do you?
We do and we don't. So you were alluding to it earlier. We're not going to play our starters. They were thinking about it early on in the week, and I pretty much figured they weren't going to, especially the way they rested Saquon last year on the 2,000 yard. Could have broke the record, didn't. But they're gonna rest everybody, and going back to Tanner McKee, dude, he lit it up in the preseason, and Tank Bigsby. He's been every time the ball has been in his hands, he has made an opportunity. He's shown flashes of being a really good 1-2, if not a one back, if he had the opportunity. So they're going to start the backups. I got a lot of confidence in those guys. We're going to have some starters on defense play. So this isn't a game that everybody will play on. And you got Joe Johnson's old ass out there, but he really surprisingly put up more points than I thought they would last week. Granted, it was a really bad Cowboys defense, but if we put second stringers in there, they'll put up 14, 15, 17 points. And I have confidence this Eagle team will put up 24 to 30 points on this really bad Commanders team. Backups or not, there's just too much talent. We're loaded at talent. Even in the secondary, we got guys on our second string team that make a difference. Jahan Dotson has sneakily been a really good three wide receiver this year. We don't run a whole lot of formations with him in it, but he's had more catches this year than his entire career. Bigsby, I've been begging all year to use him, and I think this is a game to really show off and see what we got going on. So I like Team Bigsby. Anytime touchdown, plus 125. I think it was a lot better than that at one point, but Bigsby touchdown here. I know Saquon's got some incentives, but like I was saying, the 2,000 yards last year, I don't think they're gonna run him into the ground to get. He needs like 80 total purpose yards to get in there, and so Bigsby will have a good game, anytime touchdown. 10 touches, 131 yards at one point this season. And he's gone off for big chunks when he does get the ball in the backfield. So this will be one of those guys. Howie traded for him, and I think he'll be a big difference in the playoffs if we actually start using him. And this will be a game to showcase why he needs to be used more in the playoffs going forward.
Tanner McKee, man, he is legit. Like he had a great preseason. Actually, people were like, "Dang!" And to where whenever Hurts was having a bad string of games, they were like, "Put in Tanner McKee." People just
which is crazy, but
saying stupid shit. But
yeah,
but dude, he is not a backup quarterback. Definitely a guy you want on your team.
And I'll give you a teaser. I like his yards in this game. I think he throws for over, what was it, 220 is what they got him at, over under?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would take his over in this game. I think they slice and dice him up real good here. We got a really good second string tight end in Calatari. I could see us getting Tank Bigsby, screen passes, Dotson. We've got guys, a lot of speedsters in the second string. And some of our starters will play some of this game. I guarantee you that, as far as wide receivers. But yeah, I like McKee to go over in yards in this game.
Definitely a game where he can exploit, because we know we've won money already on how bad the Commanders are defensively. The D-backs are trash. We already know. So there's not a surprise here. If you try and who's Tanner McKee? What? I'm not betting on some random guy to just throw for 200 some yards. Yeah, but this is that bad of a defense, guys. So I think you can definitely do that if you want to.
Yeah.
Also, like you were saying, Calcaterra plus 4 touchdown is plus 260. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some, trust me, these second string guys, if you're a Philly fan and you know this roster, they will make some points tonight. They will have catches. They will have yards. Like, it won't be but I would not be shocked if they move the ball better than our first stringers do against this defense at times.
Yes, I do. I don't think that Tanner McKee throws for like 2 touchdowns or nothing. But I do think that Tank Bigsby touchdown is one of my ways of him scoring these points in order to get to this over, because I do like the over. Okay, I think that the Commanders will have some kind of say. I don't even know who they're freaking playing at quarterback, dude.
Josh Johnson. Joe Johnson. That's NBA.
he played like an old school quarterback. Just all run. Don't pass the ball at all. Just run it. Old school quarterback.
He's playing back in the Cordell Stewart days. Man, he's almost 40 years old.
The 1970s, bro, when you didn't even know what a pass was. A forward pass? What is that?
We're still running the wishbone.
Hey, I'm about to leave this game and go deliver the mail.
They only give us $60,000 a year to get hit like this.
Literally, parlay price for this game is going to be plus 254. If you want to watch Tanner McKee and Josh Johnson.
Football. Sorry, wrong sport.
But game 4 for the show. Game 2 for me is Jets plus 7.5 at the Bills
Oh
minus seven
no,
and a
the
half. Over
Jets.
under 37.5. Shaq, don't talk to me like that, bruh. I know it is the Jets. Okay. You might think that I'm betting on the Jets, but I'm not betting on the Jets for real. Just kinda. Because my best bet is the Jets team total over 13 and a half minus 120. This is only because we are playing a Bills defense that is not good, right? And they're sitting their players. Not only are they already bad defensively, but their best defensive players on this crappy defense isn't playing. And that's where I had to slide in there with my bets because the Jets are going to score 14 points. I think the total is actually going to be 14 points. We're going to have 2 touchdowns, and then we ain't kicking. Well, we're actually I okay. Personally, I think we're going to have a touchdown and 3 field goals. That's my prediction, bro. Wait, no, wait,
That's
4 field goals. 4 field goals because my first prop is Nick Folk over 1.5 field goals made. Okay, he needs 2 field goals to get 500K. Okay,
oh
yeah, now we're talking business. Okay, 500K. This man's definitely likely to have 3 field goals in this game. Likely. This defense is not good.
easily.
We're gonna get past midfield, guarantee on this defense. I don't care if it's their last game in Bill Stadium because they're getting a new stadium. I don't care, bro. We are going up the street. It's not even that big of a road spot, really. We're going up the
Yeah,
street,
they didn't even travel until Saturday.
clearly. So it's like we also always have good games in Buffalo. Yeah, we don't win the game, no, but we always score 17 or more points. The last
We
three
don't
times we
win the
played in
game.
Buffalo, like, bro, I'm saying like we don't win the game. Dude, we do not win the game. But
It's not possible.
no, it ain't
Can't
possible. It really ain't. But
happen.
in the games we've played with Zach Wilson, with Michael White, bro. Remember Michael White, bro? Um, and with Aaron Rodgers, bro, in Buffalo, we do score more than 14 points. 14 or more points, which is why I'm betting on the Jets team total over 13 and a
I
half
like
points. And
that. I like the team total, and I like the Nick Foles bet. I actually like this bet. What's the
Yeah, man, Nick
parlay?
Folk, bro. Yeah, man, Nick Folk, he's good, bro. Plus 160, man. Okay. If you go to certain
It's not
books,
bad.
though, Jets Jets over 13 and a half points is like almost plus money on some books, but on DraftKings it's minus. They know what's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen. Uh, yes, we have a pretty bad quarterback, Brady Cook. He's not good. Brian, whatever his name is, man, Brian Cook, Brady Cook, whoever, he sucks.
That's
I
the that's the old Missouri quarterback, right? Or is that the Notre Dame
Yeah,
guy?
that's the Missouri quarterback, bro. He will not play. I wish we would have played the Florida State quarterback who got hurt last year and didn't get the playoffs because he got hurt. I wish we had him. That would be nice. He's a dual threat quarterback. Instead, we got Brady
Yeah,
Cook.
I like the rushing yards.
Yeah, literally. So parlay price is that. It's not sexy, guys. None of these games are going to be sexy. Okay, but we're finding ways to make money out of nothing. So game 5 for the show. Game 3 for Shaq is the Lions +3 at the Bears -3. Over unders 50 and a half. Shaq's telling you to take the Lions on the money line +130. Outright winners. Revenge spot. Why do you like this?
It's a revenge spot. The Lions have gotten killed the last 3 weeks. It's the last game
Yeah.
of the season. They're playing for nothing. They want to do what they can here against a division rival. The Bears secondary is trash. Their defense is not that good. It's definitely not the Vikings defense.
No.
And it's not Brian Flores. It's Eberflus. So I'm pretty sure. I can't. No, it's not Eberflus. I can't remember who their defensive coordinator is, but it's not very good.
The Vikings?
So the Lions will make points here. I think Dan Campbell's going to unload every trick he's got in the book. He knows there's nothing to play for, and they're going to go out and do everything they can, foot on the accelerator the whole way, and try to end the season on a win, and especially against a divisional opponent. And the Bears have been good, but really all they have to play for is protecting that number 2 seed. And if the Eagles do lose that game somehow, there will be no Bears starters. So I like the Lions to come out here. They've lost 3 in a row. Dan Campbell had that streak of not losing back-to-back games for 3 years, and they want to end on a high note. Get the vibes up, put the foot on the gas, and unload the entire playbook and start fresh next year with a win. So I like the Lions here to play upset.
You're on the Lions. You're on the Lions, man, money line, but you also like Kyle Monangai, 40+ rushing yards.
I do. He is the second string guy here. Think they're going to try and run the ball. Whatever happens here, Monangai he's consistently had 35, 40 yards in almost every game. He is the number 2 back. And like I said, if the Eagles do somehow lose that other game, not counting on it, I think we will win. I have enough backup faith in our backups. Monangai will be a part of this game one way or the other, but if their starters do sit, he will be a big part of it. He's the second string guy. So he's averaging 35 yards a game. I think 40 here is a good deal. The Lions defense has not been good. You've pretty much been able to do whatever you want on them. They're decimated again, much like last year, and nothing to play for. So we'll see you here, but I like Kyle Monangai at plus 40 rushing yards. He doesn't get a lot of receiving work. He is mainly just a 1-2 punch. He'll get certain drives, and he can be a touchdown stealer. So look out for that too. But plus 120 here, I think is a good money. I think that's the best plus bet I've seen in a while.
Not only that, but it's the best plus bet on this show today because it's plus 380 on it. Actually, no, wait, you had one
Hey,
that was plus 400, didn't you? Last one, your first, you probably had like plus 400. But yeah, this is pretty good
+4, yeah.
though.
My first pop was plus 340. So
Yeah, this is a good price, y'all. 380 clutch.
I had and if you guys listened to the show last week, I had one of those 400 plus 400 and some change hit. So I'm
He
giving you
did.
good parlays. They're not just BS, man. They're actually some good money makers here.
And it's only 2 things that happen. That's why I'm telling you guys, less risk, more reward with some of Shaq's bets. Like, they're good bets, guys. But yeah, game 6 for the show.
Oh, he
Game
took the Chiefs game.
3 for me. Okay. I just like the Jets. I'm taking the same thing I did with the Chiefs. I'm not betting on the Chiefs, bro. The Chiefs are not good. Okay. The Raiders also not good. But I'm taking the Chiefs team total over 20.5 points. In a dome, I do think the over 36.5 is live. Very live. It could be over 36.5 points. I just don't want to take the Raiders to do anything because I know it's Kenny Pickett, bro. And Kenny Pickett's
Well,
not good.
uh, even if it's not, even if it's Geno, the Raiders are obviously tanking at this point. They're sitting Crosby, they're sitting Bowers. If Geno doesn't play, I think the Chiefs. The Chiefs are also like, hey, we'll take a top 10 draft pick if we lose too. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a turd game here, but I have more faith in the Chiefs putting up points on this pretty much lackluster defense of the Raiders for sure. And the Raiders would be the only team I could think of that would do their one thing and fuck up their chances at the number 1 pick by winning.
21-14, 21-10. Chiefs win. Okay, that's all you gotta say, bro. Like if you're a Chiefs fan, I'm not, but someone should take the Chiefs minus 5.5. I think they win by at least a touchdown in this game because this Raiders
I
team
don't
is
see them. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see them losing by less than by. I don't see them winning by less than 10.
yeah,
They put up 7 for sure.
it's not good, and the Chiefs are trying to resemble something going into this next year. The guys are playing. Okay, only person that's probably not playing is Xavier Worthy. He's been hurt all year, bro. He needs a break. He needs to go to Cancun right now. But
Boy needs to eat some cheeseburgers.
he's really small. But Travis Kelsey is playing. He has not announced retirement yet, but he is playing this game.
He is not going to make that decision till March.
Nope. Everyone is playing in this Chiefs game, defensively and offensively, and all the players are playing for the Raiders as well. I'm talking about Bowers. Everyone's playing in this game, so I guess it's gonna be a high score game, bro. And I like Chris Oladikum. Oladukum. Okay.
A lot of cum.
Bruh, that is crazy.
It's not good.
Yeah, Christopher. I am betting on Christopher over 139.5 passing yards. Like I said before, guys, we've made so much money this season betting against this passing defense of the Raiders. Okay. We won money on the Chiefs early on in the season. We've won money on anyone we've bet on the Chargers versus the Raiders, especially in Las Vegas, in the dome. Anyone can throw for 200 yards on this Raiders team in a dome in LA. I mean, in Las Vegas. So, Chris, this is your time, Chris, to do your job.
Chris.
Chris I'm not saying anything else.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. His name just sounds just like licks a lot of cum.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not phonetically correct.
No.
It looks normal, but it's just not said normally.
Man, I'm telling you, the first time I heard Tony Romo say this guy's name when he came in for Minshew, I died laughing in my living room. I said, "What?"
There's no way, but there is a way. It is.
It's not good. There's a reason that guy's a third stringer, and it's not because of his talent. It's the name.
It's his name. He actually is very talented, guys. I think he actually is a stout backup who should be back on the team next year. Cut Gardner Minshew. Keep Chris on the team. I guarantee you he will be decent, but his name should not be said around children. Okay? But this parlay price is plus 210. I like it. It would be decent odds.
God, that's a bad name.
Worth $10. But bet on Chris. Don't say his name, but bet on him because he's really good.
Hey,
for a backup. And
everybody likes Chris.
It would be a testament to say against this Chiefs team if they can't throw for at least 250 on this team. This bad Raiders team.
Yeah. I'll be watching that game just to hear the announcer say Chris's name.
Yeah, we're going to see Chris O. Don't say that name.
Patrick Mahomes. Chris Oladikum. I don't know why he sounds like Harry Scary, whatever. The old fucking Cubs announcer.
Say, bro, like they had the commercial I saw last night that had Emeka Egbuka saying his name, bro, on TV. I was like,
yeah, dude, the best part of this year when it comes to Egbuka, sadly, is the Rob Gronkowski drop. Emeka Ekpekbu. Cracks me up, dude.
I think his name
every time I hear that drop, I die.
I don't know if I heard the commercial correctly, but he was talking to Puka Nacua, and he's like, "Hey everybody, my name is Emeka Bekbu." Like just no E, just Bekbu. I mean, Buka, just Buka. Ibekbu.
Yeah, Ibuka.
It's crazy.
He said,
But
no, it's a
it's
Beckboo. I was like, damn, did Gronkowski
no,
have it right?
Ibekbu's crazy. It doesn't even look right, Gronk. But he's saying that his name is Emeka Buka.
Emeka a Beckboo.
So I don't know, man. He has to go and I want him to say it himself, bro. We don't know. Like you know how you used to
Hey,
say all the time,
that's a better name than Chris Olatakun.
it's way better than Christopher's. Sunday night football. Okay. Ravens -3, Steelers +3, over under 41.5. Where are we going here, bro? Where are we going?
Lamar Jackson is playing. He's going to start.
What does that mean? He sucks.
Oh, damn.
He ruined my entire fantasy
It's
season.
Steelers at home. No DK Metcalf. No weapons besides Kenneth Gainwell and Jaron Warren. Pretty sure they lost Darnell Washington with a blown ACL last week. They have
Yeah.
nobody. So I look at this game. I really dig the under 41.5. I think the Steelers defense shows up at home. Ravens defense shows up. Lamar Jackson's limping out there, and there's no offense for the Steelers. It's going to take a miracle. TJ Watt's coming back to play in this game. He's missed the last two. Everything to me screams the under here.
I'm with you on the under, bro. That is our consensus bet. It is the under 41.5. It has lowered to 40.5, but you can get the 41.5 at -120. Uh, it's -115 for the over 41.5. Well, 40.5. So it's like it's teetering. It's very close to what you may want to take.
I see this being a teen numbers 19, 16, 17, 14, 13, 18, something weird, ugly.
Yes, these teams already play close defense, close period, because they are division rivals. Okay, so they are going to have a low scoring game because of that historically, and then you have the need for both teams to win. It adds another factor to the under and to why these teams should not be putting up huge points. And then you add in what Shaq just said about the people not playing in this game for the Steelers and the Ravens wanting to show some dominance on defense, and they can when you have a stationary quarterback like Aaron Rodgers who ain't leaving the pocket. So it's going to be a low scoring game. 41's way too high. I agree 100%. Your first prop is Derrick Henry, 19.5 rushing attempts over. Why do you like that, bro?
I like it in this game. It's going to be smash mouth. It's going to be that kind of game. These two teams, the rivalry's deep. It's physical every time they play. Like you were saying with Aaron Rodgers, no receiving weapons. It's Arthur Smith calling the plays. He's a run dominant offensive coordinator who sucks. Put that out there. But the Ravens are definitely going to try to control the clock. Derrick Henry went off last week. If there's snow on the ground, if it's cold outside, Derrick Henry plays like crazy in the months of December and January. So he's had over 20 touches in 3 of his last 5 games. He had close to 40 in his last game. So I think they're going to run him into the ground here. I think this is one of those games. It really supports the under. You got two teams trying to run the ball back and forth and clock manage. And you got to beat up Lamar. It's not going to be trying to run outside the pocket a whole lot. I think they lean on Henry here. Took a lot of criticism a couple weeks back when they took Henry out of the game after he had such a good game. They put in their backup, and they lost that game. So I think they ride Derrick Henry into the playoffs and through the playoffs as far as they can here.
Shaq's actual bet for this was actually over 18.5, but since he gave it to me 2 days ago, it has risen to 19.5. And you know why? Rightfully so. And I'm with him on this prop. I'm still gonna take his 18.5 because it's still -120. It's decent odds to parlay with this under. So I'm gonna go 18.5, even though right now it's 19.5. But the Steelers allow 22.5 carries per running back every game this season. So Derrick Henry is more elite than any running back that they have faced. Okay, obviously. So and they are a run first offense. And if I swear to God, if Harbaugh goes against this scheme, I'm gonna be freaking pissed because all of a sudden, I swear, bro, when they put Lamar Jackson in the game, it's we forgot about Derrick Henry. We got Lamar Jackson. Stop. Okay, you only ran him 20 times last week because you had a backup quarterback. You need to do the same thing with Lamar because right now Lamar playing like a backup quarterback too. So let's not forget what we should be doing because Lamar Jackson is back in the field. Like I swear, dude, if he has less than 20 attempts, bro, I'm gonna flip shit, dude, on Harbaugh, dude. What the hell?
I'm gonna flip my shit, dude. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, they do have that tendency, but Lamar's been limited in practice. There's been a lot of rumor mills around Lamar and Harbaugh and the rules. What he does doesn't affect the other players do have. I really do feel like I don't get me wrong, they may not do it. What I feel like they should do, and I think Harbaugh has learned his lesson here, is Derrick Henry is the man. Feed the man. He is not a 12 carry kind of guy. He needs multiple carries to get going. Once he hits that 15, 18, 19, he is bruising. Guys start questioning whether he's going to hit, and he gets steam as he gets more carries. And so I think he needs to know that. This is only his second year in Baltimore, but they like to fuck around with Derrick when they really should just be giving him the ball, especially with the way they've got two great tight ends. I think there's just poor coaching on the offensive side as far as scheme wise when you've got the weapons you do. But the one thing that is consistent here, and I think he's learned this season, is, and especially late, is you got to ride the cape of Derrick Henry. He did it in Tennessee, and he'll do it for you guys.
100% agree. Derrick Henry, his yards are at 91 and a half. That's still doable too. I think he has a 100-yard game. I think he has a 100-yard game because you can run on the Steelers defense. Okay, they're not run stoppers like that. They have TJ Watt, who is a pass rusher, not a pass rusher. He also does whatever he wants to, but I can definitely see him being more of a pass rusher in this game, and he is a run stopper because Derrick Henry likes those inside runs, those inside cuts. He's gonna bounce out for a big one. No, he is, bro. He's just gonna do that because he runs hard, bro, in the early winter months. So, well, the late winter months. So I'll give you that. My prop though is the opposite side. I'm taking Jalen Warren 2+ receptions, -130. You can take the over 2.5 and get some plus money because I do think he has three. Okay, but just in case he doesn't get three, 2+ is good too because the Ravens allow the fourth most receptions to the running back. They allow 5 receptions per game to the running back. Yes, Kenneth Gainwell is a factor. Okay. But honestly, I think he's the better runner and Warren's the better pass catcher. What do you think?
Yeah, in this, especially with limited weapons on the outside for the Steelers. You got, I mean, Calvin Austin is not a number one guy. I couldn't tell you who their third guy will be as number two or their third guy filling in if they even have a third receiver. They don't come out in a lot of those sets.
No.
Then you lost Darnell Washington, who's a good blocking tight end here. Um, he gets like maybe 1-2 targets a game, but he's really there just to be that extra body out there to block. So with no lack of passing game, the running game is going to be big. That just means checkoffs. Check downs. Going to be getting into the running back out in the flats. You got Kenny Gainwell, who's been killing it for him. See that being a part of the plan. Screens, check downs to the flats, drag routes over the middle of the field, curl routes in the middle of the field. I like this one a lot, especially Jalen Warren. I like Kenny Gainwell here too to have a couple catches. I think they're gonna step in to be the receiving game in here too, because that's who's really been stepping up for the Steelers here lately is their running backs. And with no weapons on the outside of the perimeter, I just feel like it's going to be a short check down game, and that screams running back catches, running back running the ball, play action, any way they can get it to them. Those are the guys that have been their playmakers lately. So I like this one.
Yeah, man, it's going up on books already, bro. You can get it right now. Sadly, it's gone up to 150, minus 150, because they're realizing that Jalen Warren averages 3.6 receptions, not targets, receptions against this Ravens defense in the 7 games he's played against in the season. Well, his career, his entire career, he averages 3.6 catches. So he has had no less than 2 catches his entire career against the Ravens. He has not had less than 2 catches. He has not had less than 3 targets. So he's going to get targets. Okay. He's guaranteed 3. Needs to just catch 2. He might get 5 because DK Metcalf is out. Okay. And he had Pickens in his early years as a Steeler. He had Pickens on this team. So, like, you had receivers to where you may not get receptions. But as you can see, now that he has less options, they have less options on the Steelers team. He's had 4 targets because they have no one else to pass the ball to. So Jalen Warren plus two plus receptions, that parlay price, if you were to parlay the under 41 and a half and the Jalen Warren 2 plus receptions and Derrick Henry over 19 and a half rushing attempts, that's going to get you a nice steaming pot of plus 550. What else do you want from us? If this when this hits, don't tell me we didn't do nothing for you in the new year. Okay, don't say we didn't do anything for you because this is a good parlay price.
Yeah, man, we're definitely trying to get you guys. We could give you the safest. Bet $1, get $1.15 back. Make no money here, dude. But we're trying to get you guys money. We're trying to get you good odds. We're trying to find the weaknesses, like you were saying. We're doing researches, and you were looking at Jalen Warren and what he averages against the team as a career here, and he gets at least 2 catches in every single game, man. Like that's good to parlay with this stuff. That's what we're doing, man. And to get you plus 550 on something with one of the guys in there that has always had 2 catches in every game against a particular team he's playing, that's pretty much guaranteed money here. Now, don't get me wrong, the Derrick Henry thing, I feel like as long as Baltimore plays the way they're supposed to, and they want to win this game, even if it comes down to a tight lead late, you control the clock by running the ball. So there's multiple avenues for Henry to get touches here. I like this bet. That's good 550. That's good odds, guys. And the under, and it all correlates, which is important.
Correlation is very important in order for this game to, like, these parlays to hit. If you really look, I mean, we will have a recap. I will literally post a recap of this entire season of our big hits. Okay, and they're correlated picks. The picks match the best bet. They go along with the game script that we think is going to happen. And our consensus bet has been really hitting this entire season. So, like I said, we are over 78% for the entire year in consensus bets. Bets that me and him both agree on. Like, what else do you want from us?
Yeah, man. That's that's crazy. That's 4 out of 5. That's 3 out of 4. Over 3 out of 4 games we're picking right. We're on consensus bets. So like even if you just bet our prime time or our consensus bets, we made you guys a lot of money here. If you guys locked in on that and realized, oh, these guys, when they agree, are killing it, made you a lot of money. Like, I wish I would have took our advice on some of these.
Yeah, there are some early ones where we couldn't because it was illegal in our town. So, but now it's footloose. We out here, and they can't stop us from doing what we want to do now. But let's recap. Let's get a little recap in on our entire slate for this weekend, and then we'll get y'all out of here. And then we'll be back with another video of the playoff situations because there is some playoff situations, but we will have a video before the playoffs because they have a week. Oh, it was like a week or two buffer in between the playoffs. Was that what it is?
No, yeah, we go right into wild card weekend next weekend, man. Saturday and
Okay.
Sunday games. I think AFC plays Saturday and then NFC plays Sunday.
Well, I haven't talked to Shaq yet about this, but maybe we can do a video with some best ball playoffs. You're a best ball guy. You're a best ball guy for sure because you've been winning the best ball.
I did. Yeah, I did all right this year. Did all right. I got to week 16 with one team and turned $3 into a good little chunk of change. So, that's all we're doing there. Turned my $43 into three times that. That's all we can really do. Not everybody can win the championship, but to get three teams out of 12 into week 16, week 15, and then I got one team to win week 16. I feel pretty good about that. We're getting there. So I
See,
haven't looked at best ball for the playoffs yet. I've seen it there on my DraftKings. I want to look at it, but we'll see. We'll see. I know it's going to be a lot of top names at the top there. So what we really what best ball comes down to is digging to find those guys that are going to make big plays and differences behind the big stars, because big stars and everybody goes early in best ball. And it really comes down to those later rounds when you're picking names that either you know or you don't know. And it really helps to know. You wouldn't have found guys like Sean Tucker this year. You wouldn't have found guys like
RJ
Bill
Harvey.
Krosky Merritt. There was a lot of guys. You wouldn't have thought about Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts destroyed best ball leagues this year by having that 42-point game in week 15. Thank you, Kyle Pitts. It took him a lot of teams. But there's a lot of things like that. You've got to know everybody. And all the way, 53-man roster, you got to know who the fourth string guy is. Somebody goes down, these guys are hurt. That's what best ball comes into. So yeah, we might get into the playoffs. I'd have to look into the playoff best ball. I've been listening to and looking around for draft day, what guys are going to go into, looking into next year's best ball lineups, and we'll see. We'll see. It's a different game every week as far as best ball goes, but I'm excited to get that going next year for you guys when we're sitting in the off season and best ball drafts are going crazy in August, July, September. So. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get into the playoffs here for sure.
Yeah, we'll get back to y'all on if we're going to do the best ball playoffs. I just sprung it on him randomly. Did not even talk to him about it before the show, which I usually do. But we're just going to give him a time to think about it because if he don't want to do it, we ain't doing it because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But he does. Okay, he obviously does.
Just I would just have to look because of the draft order. I have no idea what the draft order looks like in best ball for playoffs right now. Who's because everything's about rounds in drafting. So give me a week, I might be able to look into
All right,
it.
then, you know what I'm saying? Hey, put him to the test. Put him to the damn test. But if not, if he does not want to do the best ball thing, we can still give y'all a video on Wednesday. Just maybe even giving y'all a tournament type of style to this playoffs. Give you guys a bracket for this playoffs. I think it'll be fun too. So either way, you're gonna get a video from us next Wednesday to just get you guys ready for this playoff season. But recap for Week 18, Sunday season finale. Our game one is the Colts +10 at the Texans -10. Over under 38.5. Shaq's best bet is the under 38.5. His best prop is Riley Leonard under 166.5 passing yards. It's already lowered 10 yards, so it's looking good. Parlay price is +340. Game two for the show. Game one for me is Cardinals plus 8.5 at the Rams minus 8.5. Over under 46.5. I'm taking the Cardinals team total over 17.5. They've been scoring 20 points or more all season, bro. Like, why is this a freaking? Why is this even a question? The Rams are mad. I don't care how mad they are, man. They can't cover a bed with a blanket. So Dre's prop, my prop is Michael Wilson over 64.5 receiving yards. He's been the guy the whole time, so go ahead and give it to him. Parlay price is plus 235. Then we get right into the rest of the weekend. Game three for the show. Game two for Shaq is Commanders plus 4.5 at the Eagles minus 4.5. Over under is 38.5. He wants the over. Okay, he thinks there's gonna be some high scoring things. Tanner McKee's gonna do his damn job. Okay, take basically touchdown. It correlates with the over. Correlation to the over. If the Eagles are gonna score 3 touchdowns, who do you think is gonna score one of those 3 touchdowns? Tank Bixby. Duh. So go ahead and get that. Parlay price is plus 254. That's good money, man. He's giving you good parlay prices. I'm giving you like these measly one plus 160 plus 130s. He's giving you plus two somethings, plus four somethings. So Jackson, he hit one last week too. That was plus more than what I gave you. So he's taking more. Yeah, they seem riskier, but they're good
If
bets.
you follow me and you take all three of my bets, even if you hit one of all three, you at least make your money back. If not, a little more profit. So I'm
Yeah,
just telling you guys, pick,
yeah.
gotta pick and choose, follow, look at statistics. We don't look at all of our statistics. So if you see a trend that we don't, let us know. Follow us up. We want to win that money too. But that's all I'm saying, guys, is we're giving you profitable bets every week here.
Yeah, it's up to you to choose to take him or not. Game four for the show. Game two for me is the Jets plus 7.5 at the Bills minus 7.5. Over under 37.5. It's my last chance to bet on the Jets. I'm betting on the Jets team total over 13.5. If they lose this bet, I swear to God, bro, they have never lost so much in my entire life. I've been a Jets fan for a long time, guys. This is the worst season I've literally ever seen as a Jets fan. Like, I don't know who the hell thought that getting our coach was a good idea. I don't know how good people thought Aaron Glenn was, but he ain't. He ain't who he thought he was. Okay. He literally ain't. Okay.
Are who we thought they were.
Okay. He is definitely who I thought he was. Not good. And, but his prop, my prop for this game is Nick Folk over 1.5 field goals made. He has an incentive, 500K to kick it twice. The least the Jets could do for Nick Folk, a Hall of Fame kicker, is to give him his money. Okay, because y'all ain't doing nothing else for anyone on this team. Y'all ain't help nobody out in this organization. The least you can do is help out Nick Folk, man. And it hurts me to say because I hate Nick Folk because he's a Patriot, ex-Patriot, but he's joined the green team, so I will support him in this last game. That's plus 160. Told you, it ain't Shaq's plus two somethings, but it's something. And it's probably more liable to hit because it's less money and it's more likely to happen because the odds are so close. But I'm thinking it's worth the risk to take these Shaq bets though, because the Shaq bets, even though they are scarier because of the odds are so high, he's been hitting them. Game five for the show. Game three for Shaq is Lions plus 3. The Bears minus 3 over under 50.5. Old coach versus the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going against the student versus teacher right here. It's going to be Shaq's best bet. It's the Lions money line. The teacher is still teaching. Okay, he's going to show Brent Johnson that hey, yeah, you're doing great, son. You're doing great, but this ain't the one. We ain't the ones. Okay, and Kyle Manun guy, 40 plus rushing yards. Yes, because surprisingly, the Lions have been ran on all season. That was not their MO last year. But this year, that's their MO. They're getting ran over, through, destroyed. And this defense, this defense for the Lions, they could be giving up. We don't really know. A lot of these teams have to be questioned if they're giving up or not. Who knows? Parlay price though is plus 380. Another great parlay price by Shaq. He has done his research, guys. Gotta trust him on these. Game 6, Chiefs minus 5.5 at the Raiders plus 5.5. Over under 36.5. My best bet is the Chiefs team total over 20.5 because this is going to be a Chiefs win the game. Okay. Yes, the Raiders might do something, but regardless if they do something or not, the Chiefs are going to show out. This is their last game of the season. Everyone's playing. Xavier Worthy he's DNP the entire season, the entire week. So he might play all this game, but he might. If he does play, even more likely to go over this total. Chris O. That's all I'm gonna say. Kind of like Voldemort and Harry Potter. We ain't saying the last name. Okay, we don't say the last name at all ever. Over 139.5 passing yards. Okay, his parlay price is plus 210 for this game. Okay, so Chiefs total over 20.5. Chris O plus over 139.5. Parlay price is 210. And then Sunday Night Football, we got the Ravens -3 at the Steelers +3 over under 41.5. Playoff implications. Two quarterbacks who kind of suck. Running offenses on defenses that can be ran on. Okay, so we're going with the under 41.5 in this one. These are bad blood teams. They hate each other. Whoever loses is staying their ass home on the couch. Okay, I hope it's Aaron Rodgers because he screwed us over as a Jets fan. So I hope he goes home to whatever actress he's dating right now and sits his ass there. Or model, whoever Pat McAfee show, wherever he wants to go do, he can go do that all season after he loses tonight. Because I think he did. I think they do lose to the Ravens, but the money line is too juiced, and so we ain't taking the money line on the Ravens. But we do support the Ravens. I think. Do you support the Ravens?
Oh man, you cracked me up with the. I hope it's Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, damn man, that's a former Jet, bro. Like, I mean, dying over here. I hope it's Aaron Rodgers. Oh shit!
Do you like the Ravens, bro?
Yeah, I like the Ravens in this game though for sure. Like, I mean, if the Steelers, it don't to me, this game doesn't matter because I feel like they're going to be first, second round guys. They're gone. If they have one win in the playoffs, I'll be shocked. Either team. So, I do like the under here. We were talking about it earlier. A lot of defense, a lot of getting in the backfield, running the ball. I just see it being clock management, low scoring, field goal type games.
Yeah, whoever it is getting destroyed by the Jaguars probably. So have fun with that. Derrick Henry, over 19.5 rushing attempts is Shaq's prop for this game. It's good prop. It's 18.5 is what he got it at. It's already gone up. So if you can get that 18.5, I would thoroughly suggest you use that. Because I do think he gets 20 carries, but there is a world where John Harbaugh is a freaking idiot. And he will not do what he is supposed to do. Okay, so my prop is Jalen Warren, 2+ receptions. It's check down Charlie time for old man Rogers. Okay, Mr. Rogers neighborhood. He's gonna he's gonna just like sit in the pocket the whole time and just dink and dunk his way to the success if he can get success. Okay, this is probably the last game for Aaron Rodgers. Probably the last game for Mike Tomlin. Okay, they're gonna have to get some completions in this game. There's no DK Metcalf because he likes to choke fans or whatever. And so this is a tough game for them. But plus 550 is good parlay price for us, though.
You can't do that. You can't do that in Mister Rogers' neighborhood, dog. I'll get you a speedy delivery and a fucking fine, dude. That's what I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers is gonna have to be giving out speedy deliveries in that neighborhood today because DK had been choking people out, and you got to be handing out some fines through there. We can't do that in Mister Rogers' neighborhood. Daniel
Bro,
Tiger would be upset, man.
literally, bro. I'm telling you, there would be some questioning going on. You have the police at your door, like, I'm your neighbor today, so what's going on here? You have the cops at your door, bro. Look, bro, the cops will be there. What? So yeah, so this Steelers defense, this Steelers team has collapsed at the wrong time. So we are both on the Ravens side to some degree, but we are taking the under because it's better odds and it's likely to happen. If the Ravens win, it's probably a low scoring game for sure. If the Ravens lose, it's because Rodgers is taxing them, and there is points to be put on the board because if Rodgers can somehow muster up vintage him, he might put 20 points on this team, and then we're in some trouble.
Them, dude, it would have to take one of them 4 MVP like seasons. He needs to pull one of them games out of that. I don't know, ayahuasca trip. He needs to drink some trippy shit before that game starts to pull that energy, boy.
Yeah,
Need to have some
well,
kind of Michael Jordan flu game tripping on ayahuasca out there.
I don't think he has much ACL left in the tank to do anything. Anyways, I think he's running low on whatever child's ACL he took or whatever deer surgery he had. Parlay price is plus 550, bro. It's the best one of the. It's the best parlay price of the show, obviously, because we have a third bet added to it. But it's definitely what we've been doing this entire season, consensus bets. And lucky for you guys, we get to give y'all consensus bets all playoff long. Because that's what we've been on and hitting this entire year. That's our best stat is consensus bets. So keep that in mind. Whenever playoff season runs around, because it's next week, according to Shaq. So be there or it's over for you.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get to see the final, bracket teams finally settled, what the matches are, who's playing who, where it's at. Yeah, we'll definitely give you guys a playoff tournament, what we think in the next one. I've already been sitting here writing down best ball for playoffs. Best ball. There's so many rounds, and quarterbacks are going to be important. So we might correlate these two. I might just give you guys to look for. Quarterback's going to be big. You're going to want a quarterback that you think is going to go to the Super Bowl. It comes down to tournament style. So our tournament plays should correlate to the best ball drafts out there, and I'll give a look at them. But QB is going to be big. There's only so many. Players are going to be literally eliminated every week, so you're going to want teams that you think are going to go far, and we'll break all that down for you, and I might even give you a couple draft lineups. What I'm noticing if I do a couple drafts here, might waste some money. I'm a degen. Go in there and get in these best ball playoff streets and see what we got for you guys. And yeah, find some late guys you're going to be looking for here because there will be some name that's not a star that will have a big game in the playoffs. It happens every year. So yeah, we'll get into that coming up, guys.
Maybe even if we're getting real ballsy, we can do a best ball draft together on the podcast, bro, live on the podcast. That'd be nice. But that's definitely going to be something we think about for next year, guaranteed. We're definitely going to do that next year for the entire season. Me and you draft one team, best ball, see how we do. That'd be cool. But maybe we wait till next year to do that with the best ball. But I do want to get your opinion and get your ideas on the next episode for best ball to get people who don't even know what the hell that is, bro. Like, you need to explain everything to us, bro. Everything, because I don't know nothing.
Yeah, no worries. I will break that down for you guys. It's pretty simple. Um, so like regular season, I don't really do best ball for playoffs very often. I might throw a lineup in every year just to kind of see what happens. But for the season, basically what it is you are drafting like you would a fantasy draft, a redraft league. You know, if you're in a fantasy football league you've been in for years, where you guys draft every year a new team, it's like that. But the way it works is who you draft is who you get stuck with, and they automatically put the top scorers in. You don't have to set a lineup, nothing. But if your guy's injured for the year, if the guy misses a game, if something goes down, they will put the top scorers at every position that you draft in. But that is who you are stuck with from week 1 to week 14. And you are trying to be the best scorer out of the 12-man draft that you are in. And the top two scorers, point wise, overall total points for the 12 men that you drafted against in that league, the top two scorers move on after 14 weeks to week 15, where the top scorer of another 12, all winners. And they break it down, so forth and so on, till you get to week 18, championship week. And they make you know the entire roster, because there will be, like this week especially, some best ball leagues go all 18 weeks. This is championship week in some best ball leagues. You need to know Christopher, he who must not be named. you know, you need to know guys like Sean Tucker. You need to know guys like Trey Tucker, and just people that you wouldn't think of. They're not stars that will make you money later on in the season. You got to know backup running backs and stuff like that. So the playoffs, I'm sure will, quarterback will be important. I'm going to tell you that right now. I think early round players is something you're going to need to look into, because it will be star studded, and then you got to find some late round guys too. So we will definitely give you the update on that. And next year, going into the regular season, I will definitely have multiple best ball episodes and doing some live drafts with you guys on here, recording and whatnot. We'll do one together. We'll do our separate, whatever we need to do. But yeah, we'll definitely figure that out and get some best ball in there while we're waiting for football season next year, because it's probably the best thing to do, to waste money, make money, and have fun at the same time, and forget about it for 14 weeks. And if you win, you win.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like Jack just like he talked to me like a month ago. Was like, I'm winning in my best ball league. That's crazy. Like he just doesn't pay attention to the best ball because he already drafted them and they're doing their own job. And then in about 4 months, he's like, "Oh, I'm making money." Like it's like stocks, bro. It's sports stocks. So I like it. I'm all about it, bro. Season long bets are what I'm trying to get into. So we will see about that for sure. Guaranteed next year. Like it's part of our show for sure in 2026 season. Thank you all for tuning in. Good luck with your bets as always. We will be back next week on Wednesday, and then we will be back again on Friday to give you your Saturday and Sunday playoff bets. Okay, where you will get a consensus bet and two player props every single playoff game for the rest of the season. Lucky you. All right. Lucky you. You're welcome. All right. Everybody, be good.
And condensed like this in playoffs, I made a lot of money in the playoffs last year, not just because of the Eagles, but playoff condensed football. We're going to make you guys some money. So I would definitely tune in.
Yes. These guys are going to be heavily relied on. Okay. It's easier to bet on the playoffs when you know the teams like we do. Okay. Because, yeah, you're not always okay. I bet on DeAndre Swift. He gets like six carries, and then Mononga gets everything else. No, this is not how it is. In a playoff format, the stars play majority of the snaps. So it's easier to predict. It really is if you know the teams. Luckily for you guys, we know these teams deeply. We know third stringers on these teams. So imagine whenever they aren't using the third stringers at all. They're using just the first stringers the whole game because this is in playoffs. Like imagine that. Like we're gonna be even more locked in. So Check it out. We will see y'all on Friday. Good luck with your bets as always. Go Baconeers, but we know y'all probably gonna lose. Probably. Hey, go Eagles. Okay, of course, go Birds. We are Eagles podcast. Peace.